Sawadee good morning. How's everybody today? Where are you now? My hair's sticking up. You're in the workshop? First time you've seen this first time ever. Because in between me doing YouTube and the break I had, I got a new workshop built. It's about, you've seen, I don't know if you remember the old one, that was like 2 meters wide by about 6 meters long, so I had a long workbench in there. And then took the roof off and extended the roof up, because the other one was rotten. And the, well, you can see, this is 5 meters by 6 meters. And tall. The reason I don't have a false roof in it is so all the heat can go up. It's not often you can come in here and be in a t-shirt and talk like this. You know, when it's hot, it's hot in here. I had an AC, which was behind you. It was the old AC from the house. I had a brain fart there. I was wondering if I was recording. The other day I was recording. I thought I was recording, and I was talking for like 20 minutes and I wasn't recording. So yeah, I took the AC from the house when I got the new one and put it in here. So the idea was, you know, Sugar sleeps over in the corner there. So she has her bed with a towel and a pillow and a fluffy blanket, a fluffy rug she sleeps on. So I thought, have the AC in here. Well, the problem with this AC is the way it was designed. One little gecko, not gecko, the little tiny ones, about the length of your finger, got into the control board. And when I turned it on, what happened? Shorted out. So you have to spend like $150 for a new board. Well, it was in here and it was working. I hands up, it wasn't big enough for in here, but it would take, if you worked in front of it, no problem. You know, it's about 2 meters, about a meter behind you, and if I stood in front of it, it worked nice. But it same thing happened. The lizard got back inside and on the new board and gone. So it's an inverter type. So the advantage of the inverter type is it takes 12 volts from 220 here in Thailand. So it's using a lot less power. But the trouble with it is when the circuit board runs, you can't just switch. I thought about having it so you don't need any of the control boards. You just, the pump runs and the fan runs. That's it. And I asked the guy, the AC guy, can you make it do that? And he goes, yeah. If it was not inverter type, if it was the old type, you could just say, you know, make the compressor run and make the fan run so it would work. Because the amount of time I use it like hardly ever. But I went to all the trouble to pay for it to have it put in. Now it's dead again. So they wanted 40,000 baht, which is like $1,250 to put a new AC in. I'm like, dude, are you serious? But to be honest, for the square meter of the room, and there's no roof that goes all the way on top of the old one, so from there it's like 7 meters by 6 meters, so 42 square meters plus however high, so I don't know what that is. Just say for argument's sake 2, so that'll give you how, so was that 42 square meters times 2. So you're talking about 84 square meters. So that's a lot of surface, that's a lot of area to cool. So the price is right for the, but I thought No. uh, Sugar has a fan, and that in the daytime she has two fans, and I put them on too. And because it's not in the sun and on concrete, it's actually cool where she sleeps, believe it or not. And at night, when I close the door for her at night about 11 o'clock, she has one fan on number one, and you know, she don't sleep outside, she sleeps inside, so the monitor lizards can't get her. But she's been sleeping inside for a long time. But I guess the monitor lizard got her last time because she chases them away. And I guess it was a big one who didn't want to run. Anyway, we're in the workshop, and it's toasty in here already. The fan's running for Sugar, and I have a table that I want to clean up. It's a mess. Actually, you know what happens when you have this little project, so you get your tools out, and you have your little pieces, and you work. I usually work right here, right? So you get all your stuff out, and you start to work, and then you think, okay, I'm finished. So what to do with the stuff you used? Some of it has a home, some of it's new, some of it don't have a home. And got the trike stuff over here to your side, what's left of it. I got some security camera stuff, wires and bits and pieces. Look at this, I even have an old kettle. It's died, but I want to take it apart to look inside it. I'm terrible. I'm going to chuck it out, I promise. I just want to take it apart and look at it. I got my helmet here. That can go on my bike, I guess. So it's not bothering on my workbench. I got some different fertilizers sitting up here. The reason I leave it up here is I actually got one on the floor behind the chair. I don't want Sugar to get into it, so I leave it up high. So if I just got rid of the junk and put it in the bin where it belongs, I'd have space to work again. I'm terrible, I know. I bought there's some batteries here. Let me show you if I can get one out. I bought these batteries for the 12 volt 20 amp. I got 7 of them. They were for the trike, but the guy told me they won't last long. So you know, when people try to gyp you, lie to you to get your money, you think, okay, but you can't win in the end. Karma's going to come get you. So I just smile and say, okay, I can use them still. I can connect them in series. The trike is 48 volts, so I can connect what would that be, 4 in series, give me 48 volts, 20 amps. There's another pack that comes with it. That's he well overcharged me. I had a feeling it was too much, but it's okay. Everything's okay. You can't steal from somebody. Somebody takes your money in one little incident, and then what happens? It'll come back. Somehow, some way, you'll get a discount, or series of discounts or something, but you'll get your money back. I've seen that happen throughout my life so many times. So why are we in the workshop? For no real reason other than we're in the workshop. I plan on being in here more often with you guys, doing stuff and talking. And today's one of those days that Kevin's brain says talking, because I'm too lazy to do anything. I got a project that I talked to you about briefly before, and yes? What are you making all that noise for? Huh? Some days she looks like she's going to pass away in 15 minutes. Another day she looks like a spring chicken. And today she looks young. Yeah, well, I got a couple projects that I want to do. But you know something? One thing I learned about in life is everything is temporary. everything. So, you know, the reason I was going to build the house, the room behind my house, it's actually going to be bigger than the house. So I guess you could say double the size of the house. It's a small house, 6 meters by 6 meters, but I live in it by myself. So if I double the size, then it would be obviously the new room was going to be obviously make it double the house size, but the plan was to have a huge bedroom looking at the river. And I think, oh, I love that idea, but it costs money, it costs time, it costs head energy, and it costs finger energy, and I don't want to do it. I save the money up. It's in my. How do you save the money? Then you don't spend as much of your money per month, and you save it up. That's what I did. So I have the money ready to go, but I don't have the mental energy and the body energy to even start. I just think, why? So I'm not starting until I feel like I'm ready, and I don't feel ready. If the guy who's I asked to come build it, he wanted me to build the walls on the outside first, the concrete walls, and then we're going to put sand in, and then put the like I did with the carport. I don't think I showed you that, because when the flood came, I had to fix so much stuff. I was just in another world. So I dug down 18 inches, built a square box around my carport, filled it full of sand up to 1.20 meters. So that's about what, 4 foot, something like that. So I raised the carport up 4 feet. I had to raise the roof up as well, 1.20 meters. And then so the walls, the sand up to about this far from the top of the concrete, and then put concrete on it. Move the gate up on top, and then new carport. So it's the same as before, just raised up 1.20 meters. And I did that work, no problem. It was hard work, physical hard work, but you just working and working and working. I think, when do you get a chance to stop and say, hey, I'm retired, I don't want to do this no more. I can chill out and do what I want. Sorry for the noise. Some young guy's playing with his scooter. Play with his 1% and leave the scooter alone, right? Just Hear it? Sorry. Normally I would start and stop again and again and again and again, and then I do what I do. Anyway, we'll just have a drink. Oh, you stopped. I just don't have the energy to do it. So I'm not starting. I'm just not. I don't feel like it. I just say, why? I live here by myself. If it floods, then I'll just leave. I'm not trying to build a new house to protect my family and 16 kids and the neighbor's dog and all that. It's just me. So, you know, if it floods, I put my clothes on my back and get in my truck and leave. That's how I feel right now. I'm not trying to be boring and depressive. I just don't feel like I want to do it. There comes a time where you just feel like, enough. I still want to do that little project, the treehouse thing. So if I start that, I'll probably start it like 2 months, because that's something I really want to do. It's for fun. But the same guy who's I mean, I can tell you this because he don't speak English, but he drinks too much of beer and whiskey. He has a serious medical condition where he's peeing red stuff, right? And that's not cranberry juice or beet juice, but he won't stop drinking. It's like, why do you bang your head on the wall? Because it feels good when I stop. You think, dude. And he won't go see the doctor. So he just pours this stuff in his You know, some people, if you're into spiritual, would say the spirit has definitely got a hold of him. And he's the guy who's supposed to come in to help build my house, extending the house, but I'm really want to do that over there. So if he does come, the reason I want to build that one is I want it to be raised up, and it's kind of just like a clubhouse kind of thing. But maybe I mean, what are you saving your money for? So you could, sorry for looking at my phone while we're talking, but somebody just texted me. Who's that? Starbucks. Hang on. I want to show you something. Oh yeah. Okay, here it is. I just got a message. David left a message on I left a comment on one of the videos on my phone. I don't know which one, I haven't looked in it. So that's where I stand right now. I don't feel depressed. I don't feel down in the dumps. I just feel like, you know, I'll let you into a little secret, which most of you know anyway. My childhood was absolutely poo. Born to an alcoholic, abusive, narcissistic father and a narcissistic, self-centered mother. So you can just guess what my childhood was like. And I spent years and years and years trying to untangle that mess. If you can imagine like 200 balls of yarn all tangled up into a knot. I then spent I left home as soon as I possibly could, and that was at the age of 17. I signed the line to join the Army, and I was never an Army guy really, even though I got to warrant officer. It's because I found a job I really enjoyed, teaching, you know, automotive engineering, teaching soldiers how to teach, so when they went back to their units, they could teach how to maintain their vehicles to the drivers, right? So that was, you know, how an engine works, all that mess. Loved it, loved the job. So that's what I did. And I left it after 22 years. The first part was playing soldiers. Married to a woman who thought fidelity was a joke, so she slept around all over the place. So between my childhood and my first marriage and then the next relationship was a total nightmare. I remember as my brain was all over the place. I really didn't know what I thought of suicide, but it just passed out of my head. I was just trying to untangle that yarn. And now I've got it untangled. I can tell you it's untangled. And I have very little patience for bullshit, for people who just have talk crap, you know. I want to find them sincere, real people. So if I have a serious, you know, relationships, male or female, I'm not talking about lovers, I'm talking about interacting with people. I want to talk to real people. So I guess you get to a point in life where you just think, enough. So how can a young person interpret this? Untangle your yarn in the early days and find out who you really are and what you want in life and pursue it. You know, there's so many people saying you need to earn $1 million or £1 million or invest in this and be that and have all this and buy this car. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. You can ride around on a scooter as long as you're happy. You know, you can live in Thailand, right? And all you need is one little scooter like this one behind me. It's a 100cc or 100cc scooter that I bought secondhand, that looks brand new because they changed all the plastics, right? The wheels are changed, the tires are changed, everything's changed. It looks brand new. Paid 27,000 baht a little house and you buy food and you chill out with your girlfriend, wife, whatever, and just have fun. That's it. Moral of the story is, you know, a big car is not going to bring you happiness. It'll bring you stress because you have to keep getting it fixed. So when it boils down to, at the end of the day, be happy. Follow your dreams. And don't trust people. You know, one thing I learned when I first got here, you see people from the West. I'm in Thailand, just in case you didn't know. You walk around the grocery store, you see somebody from the West, and you think, oh, what foreigner, Westerner. So you say, hi, how you doing? And they look at you like, what was that about? And then the next one, and the next one, and the next one. They're not happy people, and they don't want to talk to Western people. They're not happy. I tell you what, I don't hardly go to the town anymore, but when I used to live in town and go to town, when I moved here first, and I would say 1 in 25 would stop and talk. I remember meeting a guy from Italy. He was very friendly, an Australian guy, and I can't remember anymore. Most of the others are mean, and if they want to pretend to be your friend, they'll stitch you somehow. They have an ulterior motive. 3 I can name off the top of my head. 1 tried to steal stuff from me. Another one is like emotional theft, and the other one wanted me to come help him build his house. They're not friendly, so protect yourself. And at the end of the day, you have to stand on your own 2 feet and be happy in yourself. Especially today. Remember when I used to talk about finances from the West and all that mess, conspiracy theory stuff? People said I was a nut. But guess what? I wasn't. You see it now. But I'm not unhappy. I'm not sad about anything. I'm just venting, and you have to listen. So if you hear sillier, I'm sorry, but that's me today, being honest to myself. But I guess I'm going to clean up my workshop a little bit, fuss with sugar a little bit, and go drink some tea. I hope you guys are doing well, whatever you're dealing with in life. You know, there's an email attached to this YouTube channel that you can, I don't want to say it on here because then every weirdo will find it, but if you're smart enough to find it in the channel, I check it about 2 or 3 times a week. So feel free to email if you have something sincere to talk about or want to talk about. Okay? Look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings. Rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. Have a wonderful day. See you later.